Nagaland itia ekta bishi dangor charcha jasop manwa dikhiyo pai ase aru bishi kule 147 assistant professors khange regularized kuri diala absorption na case la opore itia Nagaland charcha dangor ekta jai ase aru Kohima de aji yede combined technical association of Nagaland aru net qualified forum khan rakta press conference matigina ase itu issue la opore to iwi itu laga press conference la opore details olop sai lo.
Wanted to respond to some of the comments that he has made on the media. So we will start with the issue of the backdoor appointment, the term backdoor appointment that he questioned. Our definition of backdoor appointment is that if any public appointment is carried out without an open advertisement, it is referred to as a backdoor appointment. That is how we understand it. However, they have repeatedly stated that it's not backdoor appointment. So we would also like to know, how do they define backdoor appointment? What is their definition of backdoor appointment? Okay, then the next point that we want to address is that the issue of special dispensation. He mentioned about the issue of special dispensation for these regularized employees. So the special dispensation, it can only be applied to employees who have been recruited through the legitimate appointment, that is through the NPAC CSC or through an open advertisement, in which none of this have been done. Okay, so this is above the law, so we want to question if the minister thinks that he is above the law. Okay? Now, if a special dispensation in higher education is done now, then there is chances that another special dispensation can happen in the future also and in other departments. Okay, with regard to the unethical nature of the protest that the minister has mentioned, we agree that we went beyond the time limit, but it was because of the lack of response from the concerned authority. We were waiting for them to come and address us. They did not come, so we waited until they turned up. However, the whole protest was peaceful, and therefore I think there is some ethicality in the fact that we maintained peace throughout the protest, and in the end it was amicably solved. We negotiated with the administrators, and the administrators also agreed to our demands. Okay, we had a negotiation, and so it was amicably solved. So I think there is no unethical nature there. Then the minister also talked about collateral damage. Now, when he's talking about collateral damage, he's only citing for one party. What about the aspirants? No, this absorption and regularization of the contractual employees, it compromises with both the future of the aspirants as well as the students in the college. So he should reconsider this statement. Then regarding the sanctioned posts, the minister stated that they have not taken any sanctioned posts. But if these posts were not sanctioned, then how were they regularized? They were very immediately created and regularized. So this bypasses certain protocols. It takes time to create posts and recruit them. So it violates the very essence of recruitment that is done through meritocracy and open advertisement. Then he also talked about the NSF and the ANGSU, and that he's only going to have talks with the NSF and ANGSU, whom he regarded as legitimate bodies. We are not questioning their legitimacy, but here these bodies are not the aggrieved members. Most of us are MA-NET PhD qualified, and therefore the aggrieved members do not fall under their organizations. Then most of the protesters, they are highly qualified and PhD holders. All the qualified aspirants, they do not fall under their jurisdiction. And the minister's selective consultation points to a vested interest and intentional exclusion. And here it is not a matter of distrust towards NSF and ANGSU, nor a rejection of their role. However, the minister remarked that NSF and ANGSU are the only legitimate bodies, which is problematic, which we find problematic. Legitimacy does not solely lie on the institutional title. It also rests on who is directly impacted. Many of the organizations that are registered under CTAN are registered bodies. Then regarding the emotional and practical aspect that the minister has mentioned, he contradicts himself when he says that he is not acting emotionally but on practicality. Here he emphasized on the contractual teachers who were employed on meager salaries, looking at their welfare. However, we should keep in mind that all of these teachers, whether it's a meager salary or a larger amount of salary, they did sign their contracts. They knew what they were getting into. And so the issue here is not about the amount of salary. The question here is not about the amount of salary. And it is in fact, they are more fortunate than the unemployed qualified aspirants who have not been given the chance to give the exam. Then he also talked about the shortage of teachers. Now, this shortage crisis is not a crisis that is created by the aspirants. It is a direct result of the government's failure to uphold its responsibilities, and the aspirants are not to be held responsible for these existing gaps in the education system. They are in fact striving to fill them through a proper recruitment. Then regarding the proper platform and grievances, over the years, NNQF, CITAN, and many other organizations have sent appeals, memorandums, press release, and have also visited the concerned minister regarding this backdoor appointment issue. However, they were not addressed. Therefore, prior to the protests, all of this series of memorandums and exchange of letters and visits have taken place, and therefore the protest was the last resort. So we would like to also question what is the proper platform then after this. Then we also find that the ANGTA, the All Nagaland Government College Teachers Association, they have called for solidarity from their faculty and their students on Monday for a protest to show solidarity to their absorption and regularization. We have also seen a notification that was circulated by the Science College principal, signed on 17th April 2025, informing the faculty and students to join the protest at Directorate of Higher Education on Monday, 21st April 2025. So here we find that there are some forced consent. We feel that there is some manufactured consent, and the students are also being used as shields to protect the employment of some teachers, which is questionable. Then the minister also mentioned, while describing the reason why they absorbed the contractual appointments, talking about their welfare, and he also mentioned that that is not the main issue. That is what he's qualified or not is a huge concern, because when we have to give CSE, one has to qualify MA Net. You're not eligible to sit for the exam if you're not qualified, right? So that's one concerning issue. And also the other thing is that the issue here is not whether someone is qualified or has been teaching and has years of experience. It is the mode of appointment that we are challenging. It has not been held through the CSE exam. So these are some of our concerns and some of our responses to his interview.
The minister does not want to meet us. From our side also, we are not interested in meeting him. We are not at all interested in meeting him. What man kwanishna man ki demand dishe itu hi answer diwi. Taki lok paule taki jana kutha kule ku interest pe nahi man. Jana man ki demand goes government ki kwase 17 December ladu order to revoke kruwe. Aro jiwlu kuro lage tu. Aro 2016 pichide appoint kure khan 06/06/2016 pichide appoint kure hangi do jiwlu agide kwanishna kina hona teacher crisis ho teacher la crisis itia exam hang iku disturb kulu no tangi remove pudu kwana no ta la appointment clearly likhina se tan do 12 months karne se aro itu time de utu post khan do NPSC wa fill wina ahi jabuli pare do teachers khan FA ko student FA ko la question iku bi nai tare aro agide rule number NPSC rule number 94 de clearly likhina so post khan do 12 months agide retirement no agide rule hisab ti do NPSC ti pathabo lagi itu on pura follow kursi guli do teacher crisis ki tebi na thago aro post sanction post nai gwase post creation grebi to sanction post jesu ita post sanction tan creation grade creation should be sent to NPSC for open examination aro ita mal itu all Nagaland all Nagaland Government Teachers Association kan aro Kohima College la principal hambra circular day se date 21 de sob mano ahina office la bahar de itu appointment to observe ko garne support divi guna de se sabi itu la de the minister is saying that if we are continuing on Monday people are having vested interest ko ase mane politics khiluli man tap tuna kule bale se sabi man peacefully protest kore se itu student kan ahile ki ho outcome bi ase no hai pichide hule mo itabe ko ase judi ki incident hule the concerned minister will be responsible okay of course from our side we will be very peaceful hulwi student kan ita graduation kore kan tan khun gorom dage jaina ki huise gule do tai responsible hure mo to direct straight ko ase mande man bi ko nisna peaceful gule se mande dibi aro I want to make an appeal amahan will be example like Naga Mothers Association will be man kure to amnian hotai pratna kuri theke nijor la bacha hangane to this time man ekta movement kure je ahina mange support dikhabi na ama baba han will be moi to appeal ko bole mon ase de noile to this time la regular hui jaisi gule to department alak khanu sab line de je backdoor appointment hangi regular gule la line de je to kane itu hole na diuli gane abnian sab ke appeal kore je 21 de ahina mange support dikhabi guna abnian ge appeal kore je de
Case against the backdoor appointees from the NMQ website was filed in 2018, right? Now, we took all the subjects, all the departments together. However, in 2022, June 2022, based on the court dismissed the case, not based on its merit, but based on maintainability, meaning that there are certain technicalities that we have to address, and then they gave us the liberty to refile again. So in 2022 December, we refiled the case again, taking into account all those technicalities, where one of the criteria was that if I'm a sociology student, I challenge the sociology post. You know, if it's political, yeah, with the right qualifications, you're challenging the your respective posts. You know? So 2022, the next petition started. You know, we categorized them into qualified and unqualified posts, and then further petitions were filed. So this is still in court. It's been dragging for a very long time, draining efforts and resources, but this is still in court, and they don't seem to have come to any, we don't think we'll reach to a verdict very soon.
Acha, arubi ta kolumun thagado. Sabi 2024 de last year government bra order ekta ulaisu do. To ut order ri kwase government service grade 1 to grade 4 de kon 2 sal tok kam krise. Itu hangi tala qualification gan tala duty han saigina verify guna kon ge regular group are regular kuri guna order ekta asu do. Aro screening committee bi form guna as a government bra. To sob department kan la employees kan do contract employees kan 2 sal kam kure khan la documents kan do itia verification process ti jasu do. Itu bi tan 2016 la utu ban of contract appointment la to base kurina banai na ase. To tan nijo kina na duita order to bypass kuro paru sai do. Na 2016 de 06016 to ban of contract appointment ase. Itula hisab te aro ekta order relation last year. Kon government service to 2 sal upor hoise tahang gila documents kan ta la performance kan saigina regular kuro lage kan do regular kuri gina government ra order dise. To utu base pra committee set up kursi committee duita bi report to present gona to government ge. To kina hona itu special case ekta itu hange achanak propose creation guna regular kuro paro. Itu kita bi holi no to. Aro budgets bi agire coordination itu parisi gule alag department ka bi line dese to itu base kurina sob regular ho jawlela. Aro minister is saying that 2 sal 20 sal la kam kure han la kotha koise. We are not demanding the termination or the ituan 10-15 years kam kure hangi to kwana man 2016 pichide appoint kure han kwaso talakan de du kusai dulu mona semwe oh man jiuli kuro tahi ki kulesi kudi we will do what we can
in support of 147 contractual appointee. I don't know how far it is true, but if it is true,
order is already out.
Okay, the order is also, I think that is a dangerous move by the government side. Instead of doing justice, it's like they're adding fuel into fire. So I just want to remind the government, don't play with the innocent life of our students. They don't know they are innocent, so don't play with their life. And also at the same time, I request the students, don't join that protest. Instead, join us. We are fighting for you. We are fighting for your future. Actually, we are making ways for you. So instead of joining your enemy, join us. It will be a beneficial one. That's a message from our side. And at the same time, we also once again appeal all the right-thinking citizens, parents, and all the aspirants to come and join us so that we will achieve our demand will be addressed.
Bishi sal kam growing to moro mazulo na mambi manuze tandu man sal serve kuje tikase aro mambi government law order ekta thakibo lage do law under de so na to government law order hisab te man mange so government bai order disi do June 2016 pichite to backdoor appointment na kuru de ura tamre order diso to utu base te mang kwasu itula pichite appoint grando NPSC te pathai at the same time tan teach kuri thai ki college te se teach kuri thai hulibi tiger la post to NPSC te pathai dibi aro kitya advertise ko exam dina exam ra hamra utu post ki pai golo itu is de there are a good number of people who are appointed after 2016 hardly charta pasta post olai itidu nearly 70-80 posts 2016 pichidbi na it's nearly 80 rough progress it one advertise kule kiman benefit ho manu
there are 78 candidates before 2016 and after 2016 it's 69 then out of all those candidates 31 candidates are unqualified then only 3 have advertisement so even the contractual post they put it out for public advertisement, right? I myself applied for it in 2016 because it was advertised. I flew down from Delhi to apply for that post. So out of them, only 3 has been advertised. Okay, so here the argument is the basis of mode of appointment. Okay, so the first demand is to revoke the notification, the 17 notification. So that is there. So their appointment, the regularization is to be revoked, whether it is before or after 2016. Okay, but then after 2016, there should be termination because the ON clearly states that there should not be any contractual appointments after 2016. Okay, so it's up to the government to decide how to go about, but it includes all of them. When we say revoke the notification, it includes all of these people, but then termination is of this.
Public kind of confused now like this. Students can la academic career to effect ho na gwaze hoi tangi to ulai diu pano da moi bar gwaze uli tan service te teach kuri thayu na huli utu khala post to NPSC te pathai ni aro kite exam ro tam bi diuli paro do ina urina kite to post fill jo kom NPSC version to hangi TTP to eso nole exam students can get effect ro to effect ro to so propaganda as a message na.
Currently, I think there's a viva also going on for the CSE exams, right? And then there could be some candidates appearing for the viva, but also taking part in the project.
We're not aware of any of our protesters being part of the interview, so yeah, I don't think we can comment on that. I'm sure they're not part of it. If they're preparing, I don't think they're here with us.
Viewers kan itu thagishe press conference juntu CTAN aro net qualified forum kan bra hold krala opore aro mon bra clearly mon bra itu press conference de dikyo pado yede itu duida association bra milai gina Minister of Higher Education bra interview de kwana nishna backdoor appointment laga issue dibi touch krisha aro yede saina jaishe gule backdoor appointment do ki ase backdoor appointment do open advertisement no lagina under the table rahi tanba run grala aro appoint grala itu ki backdoor appointment koya aro yade itu duita association bra Minister of Higher Education ke question kuri ase backdoor appointment to ki ase ko kina tai bra statement diala opore aro man bra saina jaishu gule man bra itula issue opore day one bra saina jaishu gule yade man bra aro dikhiyo pado department bra highlight kriesi ki they tan already months of prajani panishna salary grina ahala je tan contract de jaishe which can be upgraded to months or year inyala upgradation grina jai to itu taikan contract basis te kam de jaishe inya hulibi they were given salary they were paid for their work gina yade palwa highlight kri dio munja aro man ma balwa saina jaishe gila aro information can gather gurigina mon sopra dikhiyo pado tai kan contract basis te kusishe tai kan salary bi paishe holibi during the process NPSC ra over the years tan ge contract de dalyala din bra saina jeshigli NPSC ra exams kan conduct gurigina tan ge regularize kuri diulila opportunity bishi thakishe holibi itu kan bi conduct gurigina janai to itu bi question kuri ase aro mon bra saina jeshigli 2016 de government bra backdoor appointments kan laga aro do nakrubo noishigli tan statement ekta dishe holibi mon ba saina jaishugule itu backdoor appointment laga hi ase guna mon ba dikhiyo pai ase aro itia do Department of Higher Education itula department break la ase holibi we never know dusra department di bi tai khan under the table kan kam gruli la iku program kan bi asna nai noile tan la plans ti bi asna nai itu man bra najine kwanish na press conference e hunio paishi ki naga manon bra itu backdoor appointment do man bra encourage krina man bra man la rights kan kan stand gora nai kule the rest of the departments kan bi follow grina ahibo kuna itu bi hunio paishi aro man bra saina jaishi kule combined technical association of Nagaland aro net qualified forum tai khan bra aro phal bra man la viewers kan gi hubi aro concerned minister ki hubi noile concerned department khan ge than ge balwa janai diule munja do tai khan laga mang do 2017 December den notification ola la do revoke kri dibi kuina hi tan la mang ase kuina january dsa aro after 2016 kun ge appoint krise itu khan ge revoke kribi aro if not tai khan ge through the right channel through the right portal of npsc ra hi exam conduct krigina run kribi kuina janai dsa aro man bra various platforms kan bra dikhiyo pai ase ki students can be concerned ase ki tai khan exams kan bi pungji ase nuishugli so many other reasons alag alag district kan de teaching faculty nataka garne inya la loopholes kan olawo tai kan ge kamra hatai dile kuina concern bi uti ase holibi monra yede balra janiole thakado yede CTAN aro net qualified forum khanra itu existing assistant professor hubi teachers khan hubi colleges khan laga tai khan ge out kuri dibi tai khan ge hatai dibi inya kwabi noy holibi keep them as it is holibi during the process tai khan ra itia notification olado from the concerned department ra notification olado itu revoke kuribi aro npsc la portal ra exam khan conduct kurina jabi guna itu hi common jai ase guna janio pai ase aro yede mon ba aro janio pado ki tai khan ra monday de aro protest to chuligina jabo kuina koi ase aro they have also addressed on their press statement that on the past 2 days tanbra protest chuliala time de tan ge time margin ekta dia do tai khan ba par guri she kuina koi ase holibi tai khan ba itu tan ge timeline dia do kile par guri she gule department bra ahigina tan ge address kranai kuishi itu karne he tan time do olop limit par guna jaishi holibi nonetheless the protest was all peaceful aro hopefully kwan nishna do monday devi tan bra peaceful protest hi chuligina jawo koise aro from the two organizations from the two associations tai kan ba la viewers kan ge aro various organizations of Nagaland aro Kohima specifically tai kan ba encourage koise aro mati ase ki ahigina itu protest stand goribi for the welfare of Naga society aro for the welfare of the Naga aspirants itu ekta tanbra appeal gurigina various organizations to be aro student body khan gibi tanbra ahigina monday de do protest de ahina tanbra bi tan la solidarity dikhabi guina janai di ase to say for more news and updates keep watching Global Window. This is Nufu Ayer with video journalist Ari Jinger reporting from Kohima.
DMI St. Joseph Global School, Chumukadima, in collaboration with Scholar Academy, offers top-tier JEE and NEET coaching, world-class labs, and skill building in robotics, swimming, and vocational courses. Admissions open. Shape your future with us.